Hey everybody, Ryan here from Android Coliseum, here to do a review on the Huawei Mate 20 Pro. Wow. Yeah, just gotta say, guys, it's a pretty amazing device. I like the P20. The P20 had all the right notes, an infrared port, um, small notch, good speakers, everything I wanted out of it. Great camera. Mate 20 takes that to a new level. It takes everything in there. So we have a fingerprint sensor in the glass. No worrying about lost space there. It's right there in the glass. Still got its infrared sensor. It even has QI charging, which is now a must for me these days. And not just QI charging, you can actually go into the settings here, go into battery mode, and turn on wireless reverse charging. Now, I wish they had that somewhere as a toggle up here because, well, I'll show you what it works. So basically, I say, okay, I want to turn on wireless reverse charging. I can put my phone down on top of it, and it's charging. How awesome is that? That's just pretty awesome. If you leave it for too long, it kind of just shuts itself off, which is kind of cool. But then to turn it back on, you have to go in through the setting and find it. So that was kind of a pain in the butt. Um, to unlock it, again, like I said, it's a fingerprint sensor. It's a little harder because again, you have to make sure you're not just touching it. You have to give it a little bit of a press. Um, you can turn on the facial recognition, and it's really good. I mean, by the time I pick my phone up, it's already sensed my face and turn it on, even in lower light. I gotta submit. So I turn that feature off because a lot of times I just pick it up. I want to see the notification. So by the time I picked it up, looked at the notification, it's already on, and I missed what the notification was. So too bad. We have a curved screen now, so the curved edge on the glass. So as you and I that kind of rolls away. So very similar to the Galaxy S9 Edge and those kind of devices. It has that little curved edge. Um, One down thing is that the speaker slightly larger here, but the other speaker on this now on the bottom. So one's firing forward, one's firing out that way. And if you put your finger over top of the USB port, it'll block all sound. So you can't get any sound out of it. And, well, not all sound. I mean, some pretty good sound.
That's where you were breaking up with me. Sure, I can be bitter, but two wrongs don't make a right.
Right? So that's kind of a design flaw, I guess, because they took out the speaker there because they put in the SIM card there. And the SIM card now actually has an SD card slot, which the P20 doesn't as well. So, I mean, there's a bunch of ways in which this is entirely better than the P20. I mean, it's better because you're paying more for it. This is a $1,300 phone versus just $1,000 phone. Um, yeah, so it's got all the stuff that you would want. A higher resolution over, the standard HD resolution. This is like the Quad HD version. The camera, I said in my review, it's the exact same camera. Personally, I like having them in the center versus off to the side. But the camera, the 20 megapixel camera on here versus here, it's not as good. It's an f1.6 versus an f2.2, but it's a wide angle versus a black and white. So it's a little bit of both. I mean, that's kind of a cool thing. I also like the fact that on the P20, you needed the case just because of that. The way that stood out, that camera notch there. This doesn't really have much standout to it. You're still going to want a case of some sort because I scratched mine and I got a little scratch there. It just happened. And I was just bringing it down. I've been babying this thing like crazy. And I just brought it down and it just got a scratch somehow, and I don't know how. So it kind of pisses me off. What else do we want to talk about this thing? It's super smooth. You get a Kirin 970. This is the Kirin 980 processor. Whereas both play a PUBG just fine. This is really buttery smooth. This, you can play Fortnite on it, but it doesn't really play well. It's a little janky. Whereas this, I play Fortnite almost every other day. I've gotten my Fortnite 14 days of Fortnite, challenges using this one. So it's been doing quite well. Overall, the the feel of it has been improved. Um, the settings, the dark, uh, it just looks like an older version, whereas this one it looks a little more refined and polished. It going into the settings, kind of it's the same, but certain things are definitely better. Like they look more polished. Um, so yeah, what else? Talking about the camera. So both of them take amazing photos, but I just found that the way that the setup on this was a little easier. I mean, again, just the polish in the UI. So, hi, I'm a panda. It doesn't do so well. Not a big fun feeling for me. But if I go into portrait mode, there's my ugly mug. What we didn't really get in the other modes is how it played around. Like this, that user interface looks just a little bit better. Whoops, back to portrait. My hair needs to be done up. We also get stuff like stained glass. Like just everything looks like it's giving you a better preview. So I don't know. It's definitely a more refined experience. And that's the one thing I'm going to keep saying. It's a more refined experience using the Mate 20 over the P20. Both are very good phones. You just get every bell and whistle for an extra $300 out of this guy. One weird thing I do find is that if I ever want to shut it down, it takes a while. I don't know. Is that 4 seconds? Is it 5 seconds? It just seems like that's a long time for it to before that screen comes up. Oh, I think that's pretty much all I wanted to show you for now. I'm going to have a full review on the website. So if you have any questions about it, I definitely recommend you go read the review on the website. I'll have more samples of the camera. The shots were really awesome, I gotta say. I was really impressed. It does have this cool night drawing or light drawing mode, which I used. We have a night mode, which I don't think we had on the P20. So there's a normal, there's a night mode. Not much of a difference, but those of you can tell, you can tell. What else to say? It's got that super macro mode, which I don't think the P20 had as well, that you can get right up and close to things. It took some really nice photographs. It's been really snowy around here. I've been locked indoors lately, so yeah, it does a great job. I kind of like that. Hey, just done a great job of a camera. Great job of a phone, super fluid. Gonna have to get a screen protector on it because that scratch really bugs me. But anyways, I hope you have a great 2019. I'm writing this on New Year's Eve, and we'll talk to you in the new year about all things tech. Okay, thanks everybody. Bye.